set up and ready to go here. It's a Monday morning. Got a bit of a cold, but that's alright. Could be worse. So I got about an hour with you, so I was working all weekend. Couldn't do anything with RTSLeague, so I don't even know any of the results. So kind of what I did, oh man, I think it was last season, was from time to time I'd just kind of go through the recorded games from the weekend and just kind of cast the recorded game. So I'm gonna do that with I'm gonna do it with DoD B and AciD. And the reason I'm picking those is because I'm actually kind of playing for AciD this season, so I'm kind of interested to see how AciD did. There were some other good matches this weekend too, I think, which I might get to later, maybe later today or maybe tomorrow I might do. But I think today I probably just have time for DoD times AciD. So I already have the game set up. And I think it's ready to go. Hey, what's up, Halid? Mr. 96. Yeah, I'm alright. A little bit of the cold symptoms, but it's okay. So I should have them ready to go here. So I don't know the results, so let's please try to keep spoilers out of the chat. That would be great. And I'm gonna do DoD times AciD, and I do have the chat up if people got questions during the game or whatever. Throw them in chat and I will see them. So I'm not really sure which game is technically game 1 or game 2. This is for RTSLeague, by the way, if you're just logging on. This is round 2 of the season, and these are just 2-game series. It's a round robin, so theoretically these games could tie 1-1 if each clan wins one game. So we're just going to delve into game 1 here, Mr. Wookie, if that's okay with you. And let me know if the sound is okay. I'll pause it real quick so I can. Sometimes my mic doesn't work and I don't realize it. Oh man. There we go. Alrighty, so man, this looks like we're on and it sure looks like Anatolia to me. Oh, I closed my stream down here. Oops. Let me know if you put something in the chat in the last 5 seconds. You can redo it. So this is Anatolia. I'm not really sure which clan would have picked Anatolia. Each clan does get one home map. Looks like we got DoD up on the top here, and then AciD down on the bottom. PokerStar used his early vision probably just to see who he was up against, and he's up against oh crap, got things falling down in here. Anyway, we have avoided disaster here. Okay, so we got Odin down here. So this is AciD's home map. Alright, thanks Wookie, appreciate that. Oh wow, 2 hit points left on this guy. That's cutting it close there. So we got Weasel as Odin, we've got Odin King as Odin, and we've got Evil as Thor. So we got triple Norse down here on AciD's team. Top right, you got set. Good, pretty good set map. You got Aranos as the pocket for Mr. Heimdall, and then Jellyfish is Aranos. So quite a bit more God. Well, not really, I guess. 2 Aranos in a set. But at least they got 2 different cultures up here. So we do have, okay, we got double docks on the bottom here. And we have 2 docks on the bottom from AciD's side. So it's going to be a 2v2 in the bottom water and then a 1v1 on the top water, it looks like. Generally, the best thing for Set to do, this is kind of interesting that he sent his Pharaoh all the way down. I didn't see this. I'm not really sure why he did it. I don't think there's much of a point to that. Maybe he was trying to stop the dock, but that makes no sense if he was trying to do that, because you can't. He could send a Pharaoh down here and kill this villager if he knew. So I'm not sure about this. This is unusual to me. You're losing 20% Pharaoh empowerment on your economy. So that was kind of stupid. But that's alright. So the set player here should probably almost not even really try to fight in Classic the water. Probably what he should do is build just a bunch of docks right next to all his fish. And I imagine he'll have more fish back here. And then when he hits Classical Age, he should do a forward shift with his Pharaoh, Priest, and free units down on the Odin player down here, which will give him more time to just get a fish boom and get to Heroic Age as soon as possible. And then if he wants to in Heroic Age with his free Leviathan, he can then make some siege ships and fight on water if he wants. So I'm hoping to see that from PokerStar. I mean, he should be able to get a pretty uncontested 7-minute, 30 to 8-minute fast Heroic if he does that. And a forward shifting sands will get him all the time he needs. Down on the bottom, the acid players have a bit flexibility what they could do. They could do just have one person go full on water and have the other Norse go attack on land. I imagine the two Uranoses will probably do something like that, where Heimdall will probably make some early military buildings, get a land army, and then they'll both make some ships, probably Jellyfish making more. Because the goal here really, and as we can see, he's getting his 3 oracles down here. If he can get early Prometheons, oracles, Murmillo on some docks, you can kill the docks really before Acid can get much of a water navy. Let's look at the time. Do these commands work? Oh, they do work in recorded games. So do got two of the Norse upping and both Uranos. It looks like Odin King is a little bit behind. Oh, he's 74% already, so that's going to be fast advance. I would have liked to see him get this villager in with his Valor. I feel it's kind of a waste almost to do a Valor without getting a free hero villager. So I'm surprised. I mean, really, it might take 5-10 seconds to move him from here to there, but it'd be worth it to get your heroed villager in. So it looks like he's not doing that, which I think is a bit of a mistake. Hero villagers do gather 10% faster. They also build faster. So it's definitely worth the time just to get them heroed in the Valor. So he should kill this house first. Killing Norse houses early is really annoying, and that's look like what he's doing. Kind of surprised Jellyfish is so slow to get his oracles down here too. And we got boats coming, and green. Why does green only have one dock? This is not good. This is not good. How would you get one more hit off on this? There you go. Only having one dock is a huge problem. So I see he's forward building, but he needed to make another dock, because by making one dock, it makes it very easy for DoD to take over this side of the water. Because once they kill this dock, it's just going to be a full-on 2-on-1, and they'll be able to transition to land before this does any damage. Looks like he's trying to do a fast heroic, which I don't really like, but if he can get a surprise fast heroic with trees and the mountain giant, that would be pretty awesome. But right now, DoD really needs to realize what's going on, is that clearly Odin King isn't attacking on the water, so therefore he must be doing a land attack. So they should both start throwing up military buildings in their base right now to watch for this kind of forward attack. Let's see if they even know that so they don't know this forward base is here. And by the way, we didn't see a forward shift from the set player, which I think he should have. But yeah, I mean, they already killed his dock, and they're almost got Evil's dock down too. So really, DoD's at a huge advantage so long as they can withstand the attack that's going to be coming shortly. So here's the attack. So yeah, you're going to get Walking Woods. Mountain Giant will be coming up soon. So actually, looks like they're kind of ill prepared for this. Yeah, now he's just realizing, oh crap, I need to build some buildings, and this is too late. They really should have picked up on this a lot quicker. I don't even think he's going to need the Mountain Giant to kill this. Okay, so he did Shifting Sands. I really feel like it would have been smarter to shift Green's army away as opposed to shift his army there. Like if he shifts all of this, the only thing that's left are trees, which are myth units, and heroes pretty heavily counter trees. So he's got more Ulfsarks coming in, which is cool. Yeah, this is not good for old Heimdall. They just were not prepared for this. And even on this side, I missed this. Holy crap, it's the same thing down here. And this, I think, was just the pure trees took this down. This shouldn't happen. They won water so easily, but they had no transition to the land, and man, this isn't good either. Nice, this is a real nice forest fire right there. That really helped. Well, man, this is not looking good for DoD all of a sudden. It's got little too greedy on the water and didn't transition to land at all. I mean, even look at all these boats they made for no real reason. I mean, they didn't need to make that many boats. And this isn't helping either, running his villagers into this corner. Okay, he's trying to get his villagers to save the world here. What do you think of this, Wookie? Also kind of like how he just seems to kind of forgotten about his villagers. I mean, he only has like 6 citizens these days, and it seems like he's kind of forgotten about half of them. Alright, he's going to try to save these. Now here's a problem here. PokerStar really shouldn't be making military units. He's also got himself pretty badly housed. Or he should be making military barracks. He should just throw up a Migdol and make his chariots and stuff. I mean, the chariots are gonna pretty well counter everything, and we got flaming weapons on a 7-man army here. This is a little greedy. He needs to get this pig attacking this town center here, though. Come on! Oh, man, they wait until the end for this. So this is probably the smallest flaming weapons that actually was worth something. I mean, he had like 7 units he did flaming weapons on. And this is doing a ton of work here. I mean, oh, it's funny. And then he's got these these trees. More trees are coming in. I think this is game over. Just the utter lack of preparation DoD had for land. Man. Because right now, PokerStar really, he can help, but it's kind of too late, because while he's helping over here, that means Weasel can just do whatever the crap he wants on the other side of the map. Get a huge boom, go Mythic Age. I wonder if he's going Mythic Age. Oh, I'm PokerStar, so I can't do the commands. Oh, nobody's researching any text. Okay, we did get Ancestors cast down here. But even that's a little too late. Let's see, do they even get their fish boom? Here's the one problem too, kind of a little bit. So they did win the water, but not really a huge fish boom for either. Well, red was okay, but yellow's fish boom was for winning the water, he's only got 3, 4, 5, 8 fish. Like, that's not much. Madly trying to get this. So yeah, now that PokerStar is too busy helping out his teammates, you got Weasel just taking free reign on the left side of the map. And I imagine these gold mines will be running out pretty soon. So really at this point, only 11 minutes in, don't see a way that DoD can come back from this. And now PokerStar is getting pushed off of the water as well. Well, I like the double use of the trees. I enjoy the trees. They look so stupid, but they're not bad in a surprise attack like here. Though, as I kind of said earlier, it really shouldn't have been a surprise attack when the enemy team is giving up C uncontested and their Norse, it's particularly Odin. You kind of have to assume that they're going for a quick Walking Woods fast heroic, and that's, if you stop that, then they would win, because they were putting, AciD put all their eggs in that one basket, the Walking Woods basket, if you will, and it worked because DoD was just way too slow to, the Atlanteans mainly, but way too slow to get military buildings. Like, if you're building the buildings once the trees are in your base, you're too late. It needs to be before. And so it's kind of calmed down now. They've withstood the pressure, kind of, but that really set them really far back. I mean, Jellyfish doesn't even have his town center built yet. And he's got all of his boats garrison right now, which just really hurts. And it looks like he didn't even really garrison his boats. Looks like he wasn't even paying attention and lost all of his fishing ships. Like, he doesn't even have any dock firing on the hammer ship, so now he's basically sending in his boats one at a time, going at it 5-on-1, and it's not working out for him. Like, dock fire does a ton of damage to hammer ships. And he's trying to do trade, and that's not working out either. You need to have a settlement to trade with. I don't know why he's waiting so long to get his town center. I guess he only has 4 villagers. Looks like he's putting all of his economy in the army anyway. Oh wait, I'm not on the right guy. I need Jellyfish here. Yeah, he's... He only has 4 citizens left? That's not good either. The pure throwing axeman army. Yeah, so now he is out of gold, and there's nowhere he can find gold anywhere at all. They'll probably win this battle initially, but once green gets over here, they're probably not going to be able to do much more. And Weasel can just pump tons of units in as well. So even if they kind of lose this initially, which they're not even, because Weasel can just infinitely pump units in. So that's really about it. I mean, they don't have any access to gold other than they have a little bit left here. And Weasel has a ball there coming up. You see, he's got 1,000 more points than the closest player. Alrighty, well, that was some kind of utter domination right there. So kudos to AciD for that. That was pretty nice. Let me update this little scoreboard here. Throw in AciD a 1. And now we will move over to the other game, which this should be DoD's home map then. And looks like DoD chose Mediterranean. Same players on AciD side, it looks like. AciD being down here at the bottom. Thor for evil. Odin King switched over to Gaia, and Weasel is Odin. I think he was 4. No, he was Odin last game, so he's Odin again. And up on the top, Heimdall is now Kronos instead of Uranus. They have switched Radu in for PokerStar, and he is Zeus. And Jellyfish is Uranus again. I kind of almost wonder. Man, Acid's got a few things they can, a few options they can do. They can do a Gaia Forest Fire to really pester one of the Uranus players, and they could almost follow that up with a Weasel Fast Heroic. I wonder if they would be bold enough to do another Walking Woods Fast Heroic. One thing they do have though is Zeus. I would imagine the Zeus player will go up with Hermes based on that possibility, and then get Ceasefire in case there is an early Walking Woods. And we did get an early dock deconstruct on Weasel. Not a bad thing because it does take a while for Norse to build their docks. So this will slow him down, really, however long it takes to build the dock. So maybe 20 to 25 seconds worth of fish gathering. So it slows him down a decent amount. Nothing to scoff at all. I mean, you can get Kronos' main thing is early aggression anyway, so if you can slow down your opponent those 20-30 seconds, then that's really big for you. I would like to see the Kronos player do a few boats, but mainly do a forward rush with the temple. Do I stream the matches? Yeah, normally, if I'm not working, I will typically stream a match or two over the weekend. This weekend I work, so I didn't, so now I'm just kind of catching up watching the recorded games, and I figure if I'm going to watch the recorded games, I might as well just kind of stream them anyway in case there's other people that missed them. So that's what I'm doing. And he did, okay, there's this guy of Forest there. But yeah, if you want to see the live streams, those are usually all streamed on the RTSLeague channel. Sometimes they're streamed on RTSLeague 2, just the number 2. So if you're looking for the actual live streams with the viewers that normally watch them, which we usually, so far we've been getting maybe around 100 viewers, so chat gets, you know, usually pretty decent chat activity, so that's pretty cool. Usually the games are played Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, mostly probably Sunday. But I was working all those days, so. So anyway, a little bit back to the game. So we'll probably see some pretty standard sea fight from Radu and Jellyfish, and we did see a forward temple being shifted for Heimdall. So where is his third oracle? Okay, right there. So yeah, he's gonna do some early aggression. This gold mine is in a good spot to push actually, and it does look like Weasel has spotted the temple here. Yep, he sure has. With his... Oh, don't send them in too early. You're going to get damage on them before they're able to fight. It's a little bit of a mistake. He lost about half the hit points there for no reason. He should also get the Oracle upgrade. The 50 wood 2 favor is worth it. Gives him plus 25% attack, additional speed, I do believe. Yeah, more speed, more attack, more hit points, I believe. But it's pretty good tech. He should get that. So if he could follow this up with some early sea aggression, which it looks like he is doing. Yep, so he's got 2 docks pushing, and he's got this aggression on the gold mine. So if he can just kind of park this here, Weasel's going to be in a bit of a problem for gathering gold. And I hate it. I hate it when they do this. You need to keep the aggression. Attacking a tower right now does nothing. So yeah, come down here. Get this. Oh, watch your Metheon there. I don't even know if he's gonna kill this boat, this house, so that's... Oh man, that was... He could have at least prevented the house. I don't know why he went up here and attacked the tower that he's not gonna upgrade anyway. This is a pretty weak rush. That is the one downside of deconstructing the dock, is that you can't deconstruct the temple because deconstruct is still on cooldown. And it's actually not anymore, but I imagine it must have just gotten off cooldown. So we have, oh, watch your villager here. Forest fire just to cause a little bit of idleness. And we do have purple and blue down here. I don't know where Radu's warships are. They're over here. So they're kind of got a 2v1 over here right now, which Odin King is taking a little bit of extra damage. And so now purple needs to move over and help. So Heimdall still should have the advantage on the sea. It should be able to push through and get the advantage here, just based on this little bit of aggression there. Could have done a little more damage. It's a nice little shockwave, 3 boats. So the Zeus player, he did end up going up restoration, which at this point, now it's not a bad idea. And okay, we did deconstruct the other dock. So yeah, Weasel's now fighting 2 docks versus 1. And the pressure over here is keeping Evil being the pocket. He has to stay over here and help, which means that there's some severe problems on this side. But now we do have a second forest fire on this side, and it looks like the house will go down. And with only 2 almost dead oracles, they could be able to do some decent amount of damage right here, parking the army here. And Weasel is desperately trying to fight, but he's not even making a longboat right now. I don't know if he has not enough gold or wood or what, but this is not a good fight for him to take here. Over here it's pretty even, but the problem is once green just moves over and here's another boat just trained to die. And okay, nice to see him get, not only did he get the towers upgrade, he also got the Pygmalion statue, which gives the villagers... Oh, hold on, I just spilled my water. Dang it. Be right back, man. Spilled my water on my keyboard. Well, at least it was only half a cup, not a whole cup of water. Technical difficulties, no worries. We'll be right back in just a jiffy. Kinda need to clean this water up pretty good because this desk is kinda crappy and doesn't really like water anyway. My keyboard is dripping water. Come on now. Alrighty, good enough. Good enough, back to the game. Let's get resettled here. And here we go back again. So yeah, now Heimdall has maneuvered on over to the middle, so forcing Evil to come help, and now that means there's going to be a full-on 2-on-1 over here. So it's a pretty clean water win by DoD so far. And unlike last game, there are no surprise attacks coming in, and it looks like DoD didn't even need to use restoration either, which is good. I don't know why he's running his ships back. It's a little peculiar. You should keep them forward to kind of attack down here. So right now, what we're seeing from AciD is they're just going on some fishing ship raids with their remaining boats, or trying to anyway. Just caused some problems, and they're also getting town centers on land while we are doing this, and Dodge should be responding and getting their own town centers, which they seem to be a little bit slow getting these town centers. I mean, Odin King's grabbing one, Evil's almost got one built, Weasel's got one built, and Dot isn't even building one yet. This ship raid is good too, because not only is it getting a little bit of fishing ships idle, but it's also allowing them to fish despite the fact that they have some huge naval disadvantage right now. So even though technically Dot has won the ocean, or won the sea if you want to call it, AciD is still fishing because all of Dod's boats are off chasing these boats, which that's a mistake. So we do have some pressure from Heimdall, but this is a mistake to let this fishing still going on. A little bit of an overreaction to the boat raid. And Weasel is trying to get this forward town center. I don't think he's going to be able to get it. Yeah, he's not going to be able to keep up the keep building and fighting, and he's going to end up eventually, or pretty quick here, he's going to get overwhelmed by the Aranos. So he's going to have to fall back to this other town center. This was a pretty greedy grab, I feel. He should have just settled and grabbed this back. I understand what he's wanting to do. If he grabs this, it's a pretty huge map control advantage, but I think the chances of him getting this were pretty slim. So now we do have Dodd finally grabbing their town centers. A little bit slow, and this is too slow down here. And oh, can you get one more shot on this villager? One more shot. Nope. Oh, that's just send these over here and send this up here, and you can finish this villager off. Like, he has to know there's only one shot needed over this villager here. I mean, oh man, we'll move over here so I don't have to watch that. How are we doing for upgrades? Alright. So they do have all their fish upgrades, that's good. Oh man, now he's got that house there. A little bit of a raid, nothing. That won't do a ton of damage. Yeah, this relic gives the Atlantean villagers an extra 64 hit points. It's it's pretty huge. Evil is up. That's a nice advance, but I'm not really sure what he's gonna do with Braggy. I mean, he's got flaming weapons, but he's only got 7-man army. As you can see by the score, AciD is pretty well behind, and that's mainly due to economy. Just the extra fishing ships is huge, but they're putting on a nice 2-on-1 here because Radu has nothing. Oh yeah, that's a nice double here, and this is something you see a lot from Zeus pockets on Mediterranean, is just the lack of help on the sides. Look, this is one advantage that Norse kind of have, is that being that their military can build buildings, the pocket can really be pretty flexible and go either side pretty easily, whereas the Zeus player has to dedicate some villagers if he wants to go each side. So now he is finally sending villagers down here, but it's a little bit late. But here's kind of my take on the game status right now, is that AciD's only real shot right now is to push through here and win pretty quickly. because once DoD gets their ecos rolling, which they already are starting to roll, they're gonna start advancing much faster than AciD. And once Radu gets his underworld, they can just immediately transform the defensive front from here to an offensive front down here. So AciD needs to keep the aggression up while it's still a 2-on-1, because you can see Radu does not have an army here yet. Raiders are dying a little bit too much here, these Murmillos. So they need to push through here, and they need to push through pretty quick. He does have flaming weapons, which he can use to push through. Whether or not, man, look at this, just how hard these villagers are to kill with that relic. Holy cow. But yeah, Evil has flaming weapons, doesn't he? Yeah, he does. See, if maybe I'm wrong in my you talking to me on pause? I did unpause it. But man, I feel like they left an opportunity on the table here. I feel like Evil should have cast flaming weapons and pushed through here, because this isn't gonna go very well down here. I mean, he's at 4 to 2 town centers, and pretty soon, he's going up Hera, pretty soon you're gonna have an underworld to somebody's base. I think the only chance that AciD had, unless they can get some massively strong Ragnarok somewhere, I think the only chance they had was to push through here with flaming weapons. So I think DoD's gonna go on to win the game. I may be wrong, but that is, ooh, a nice sneak little temple down there. But I don't see this ending very well for AciD now. How's his economies there? Oh, see, doesn't even have plow. I mean, Weasel's kind of stuck in a perpetual classical age right now. Look at these farms. That's adventurous right there. And these eco upgrades are pretty awful. He's got some, but now we have Lightning Storm, which is going to do some pretty heavy damage to these low HP units. Weasel is up heroic. He needs to almost save. Oof. Damn. I guess the game isn't completely over yet, but I see AciD winning to be kind of a long shot. I really wouldn't have put Tartarian Gate there. I would have moved it over back here. Up here it doesn't really do much. This was a bad Tartarian Gate placement. I mean, you put it right in the middle of their military units, so their military just gonna kill it right away. And yeah, no, he should have put it like up here somewhere. I don't know how long he's where. Okay, here are the 2 Behemoths. Really aren't enough to do a whole lot of damage. They might take down this town center. It looks like they will, because he's kind of spreading the damage out amongst the two Behemoths, it looks like. So that is a little bit annoying, but I mean, you're spending that much resources to kill a town center. Yeah, so now the Tartarian Gate's already dead. That was such a waste of the such a waste. So Jellyfish is up with Atlas, so that gives him Vortex. Vortex is the better choice here. So then he can, if he wants to. Okay, oh, and we have Implode up here. I'd like Implode. This implode's gonna do a decent amount of damage, actually. Let's just watch it explode here. Yeah. Destroyed everything, and we still got this town center with some hit points here, but yeah, this guy can just automatically kill one of the frost giants, and then the heroes are going to be able to pretty quickly demolish the rest. Yeah. So that's that. I don't really see, unless Weasel gets some sort of miraculous Ragnarok, and Evil gets a miraculous Ragnarok, like right now. I don't see this ending too well. Odin King is holding on pretty well for now, but you can see the score difference. Jellyfish just has a massive score difference over which is Odin King. So he's trying to hold just long enough for them. Oh, and I did miss this here. Bit of a siege tower annoyance on town centers. And green is still wandering around preventing this town center from being built. And he's gonna go over here and start frying a villager or two. Get this one right here. We have restoration used here. A little bit early, I would say restoration for when he should send a unit down here to kill this. I would have saved restoration for when the Ragnarok comes. They're gonna kill this town center anyway. But doesn't really even have that many villagers. And he's wasting his army already. And military upgrades, it's nasty. Nothing. And Evil's not much better, so yeah, this isn't gonna end well for AciD right there. Because the problem is if they try to double this side, then Radu can just do an underworld and transfer down there, and then if they double up here, Jellyfish, if he even wants to, he could just push through here. He can just vortex up here and help. So this game's pretty much over. You have flaming weapons, and it's even almost a premature flaming weapons. It doesn't have too many units that are actually fighting right now. So you'll see AciD will win this initial push. They'll push to about right here, and then they'll get stalled here, and then that'll be the game over. Here all this does is just buy a little bit of time. I mean, for the two town centers isn't gonna work out. I mean, they don't even have military upgrades. I'm working at it, but I don't know why. And then we got the champion Hippopus, which will destroy the Ragnarok anyway. And Radu's he's got a big trade. Jellyfish has got a trade. So we've reached about the end of the usefulness of the Ragnarok. Just goes down to AciD just so soundly lost the sea so fast. Which is not good at all. Like, they shouldn't have lost the sea that quick, but because they lost it so fast, it just gave DoD such a huge economical advantage, and kind of Weasel's trying to push down here, but it's not doing a whole lot. Kind of a temporary temporary help down here, but he should know Underworld. Just Underworld down here. Or Underworld here, or Underworld here, or Underworld anywhere. There's no point in all this sitting right here, because they're kind of letting a little bit of a double that shouldn't be happening down in the bottom. Finally, we have an Underworld, and where did he do it? Oh, right here. A little bit of a weak Underworld here. I mean, it's going to accomplish its purpose, I guess. But you might as well have just Underworlded back here and took down a few town centers. I mean, if he does it here, he gets to kill both these town centers and block off trade. But then, yeah, it doesn't really matter now that Ragnarok is stalled. Acid isn't going to do too much. I mean, maybe if Odin King builds a wonder, they could maybe win. Since they've now forced out the Underworld. There was a little bit of sea battles. I didn't see this. This town center got killed by siege ships. But this Ragnarok push is a little bit more effective down on the bottom than what it should have been. Radu is too slow to help. It still doesn't really matter. Acid's, now that Ragnarok is almost done, Acid doesn't really have too much left. But, man, he's not even going to get this fortress up, is he? Oh, there he goes, but no, his units are all dead. If Odin King builds a wonder, that would be the only chance, but right now they're just kind of picking off Ragnaroks here and there. He has no economy. Weasel he's at 180, that's just because he's got all these Ragnaroks yet. And Evil is at 127. He is getting some fire giants, which is a really huge problem for Atlantean, but they're not gonna push through here. Yeah, this defensive Underworld was kind of stupid. They should have Underworlded back here. That would be pretty much an insta-win. Kind of surprised that this is going so well for Acid here on the bottom. It's a bit miraculous, really. But as soon as these Ragnaroks get killed, that'll be the end of the aggression, and I would hope that they would just end up pushing back down. But this worked out actually. The rig actually did more than I thought it would. Just really, I don't want to call out names, but it looks like Radu is kind of a little slow on his help down here. Like, where is he? Where is Radu? He's at 129, 160 pop. What's up with that? I think he has no military buildings. Well, he has them up here. This what is going? What am I watching? This shouldn't be happening. There's no reason Radu should be sitting at 7,000 resources in his bank, and he's at 120 pop. And Heimdall, he is Kronos. I mean, he can't shift units down here. Or he could shift over here as well and do some back attack. Oh, this is some... What am I watching? Oh, jeez. I mean, really, let's... So he underworlded here when his town center is here. I mean, theoretically, instead of doing an underworld, he could just put up 8 barracks right here, and that's just as good as an underworld. And he should have just underworlded back here instead of this defensive underworld. But this is... So here I was calling AciD way out, and kind of some DoD misplay here is kind of... They're kind of frittering the game away. I mean, Weasel is nothing really, just some fire giants. But here is the... this is a slight problem for Atlanteans here, is this, this crowd of 9, 10, 10, 11 fire giants. A bit of a problem. Especially because Radu's heroes are kind of out of position, not fighting any myth units over here. I mean, Bellerophon could kind of come over and jump around and do a few things over on this side, but there's nothing really an Atlantean can do against this many fire giants, because his heroes just don't quite have enough hit points to run through here. And this is looking actually now, despite the score lead that DoD had amassed, this is looking a little grim. Radu has now spent all of his resources. Heimdall has no gold. Jellyfish has, well, he has wood. But this is a bit of a problem here. I think maybe almost DoD got a little too lackadaisical. I kind of assumed they had won, but now with all of the damage that their ecos have taken, it's almost a little too late for them. I mean, once you kind of get this death ball of fire giants, man, it's so tough to push through. We do have a... Okay, finally Bellerophon shows up. But here's the problem, without very many hero fanatics, that's actually a really nice shockwave there. That will kill a couple more fire giants. Alright, so finally, we are seeing a bit of DoD stabilization from this Ragnarok, but that took a long time to stabilize the Ragnarok. Just the lack of assistance down here is a little peculiar. And we also have, well, Heimdall can't now because he's busy defending, but he should be throwing down some fortresses and barracks, time shifting them back here, and providing some damage. Also, Radu needs to, there you go, do something with your Bellerophon. I mean, jump back in and kill another one. I see the DoD players are all in the chat now. I don't know if they're bitterly watching this game because they go on to lose. The game is still pretty close. I would say now that despite AciD being down in score, they actually do have the advantage, mainly because of the town centers. And Weasel sitting at almost full pop is a bit of a problem. He needs to manage his giants a little better. You can see they kind of went from the 11 giant death ball. It's only down to 5 now. So we do have a Titan. Man, this game is getting more and more interesting here. I called AciD out at the 15-minute mark, and here they are still gallantly fighting on. Bellerophon is now single-handedly pretty much killed all these fire giants. Got got this Titan that is going to push through here. Here's Norse's problem is, so he's got to build his Titan gate with military. We also do have, this is good. This is good. I like to see this. Push the guys off of water. But Odin King should be making his own Titan gate. He's Gaia. He is the player that on Acid has the best chance of making a Titan. Don't know what he waited for. I wonder if he has no resources or something. No, he's got resources. He's got 100 favor. Just holding on to it into the next game, I guess. Kind of like Radu was for a little bit there. Okay, I see this. We do have this town center that's within water range, and that's the only one yet that is in water range. As far as from Dodd's side. So now here we do have a little bit of a problem. Weasel is entirely on this side. Odin, or Evil's army is all here building a Titan gate. So that is leaving Odin King is kind of facing a fairly fierce Titan along with, well, it's mainly just a Titan right now, but yeah, the Titan, yeah, okay, so you killed this town center, yeah, move on up here. Can you make a wonder on the island? If it's big enough, you can. If you kill this tree, I think there might be room to make a wonder on there. Or rather, what you should have done is used your underworld back here, because they had no army back here, and you could have easily killed both these town centers and then just underworlded back if you needed to and defend somewhere. But rather than build an underworld, connecting your underworld from here to here, you just make your 8 military barracks right here, and that's basically as good as an underworld. These aggressive villagers here. Oh, Weasel must have a little bit of eco going on. I'm surprised he doesn't have heavy, oh, we do have a little bit of a docking here. Unfortunately, nice docking. I like it. And nice towering, not docking, towering. Unfortunately, they are going to just kind of eliminate this pretty quick with this, but what this does do is it does allow the Titan here. He's going to get a little bit of time alone because he's going to have to at least carry this Titan down and kill these towers. So we have kind of solidified the game. We are full late game, folks. Where we are again, Radu, kind of looking for your army. Here it is. But this should not be happening. Yeah, you need to stop this town center here. This should not have happened, especially since he just rolled through here with the Titan. Alright, so yeah, he's used the Titan to clear that out, and you should send this Titan back here. But this town center should not have been built. And we have an Ulsark grade over here. Oh, what kind of relic or upgrades are we looking at here? Okay, he does have the Ulsark relics. Looks like he will get this. Does he have? Oh, he does have all the building upgrades, and he has the extra Kronos one, which makes these town centers kind of live forever. 62%. 62% hack armor. Like, he's not gonna kill. Like, normally this town center would have gone down, but it didn't. I don't know why it would have been. I think he kind of got greedy and thought he could kill this town center. This is oh, Odin King's building that there. That's interesting. He should have just bypassed this town center and just built a back base. That's really the best thing you can do. Man, Radu is 36 minutes. You don't have your upgraded to siege yet. I think AciD's gonna go on to win this game, and I do hate to say it, but DoD seems still a little discombobulated, and by now AciD has fully recovered from the Ragnarok. He needs to delete something or something here. 8,000, 4,000 gold. Jellyfish eco is a little bit weak. Odin King sitting at resources and no pop. Evil's full pop. Radu is full pop, but I think... how's Radu doing for army upgrades here? Ooh, get your Pierce upgrades here, buddy. Alright, so maybe we'll get this town center down, except where's your heal up? Where's this guy going? Okay. We gonna get a vortex over here? What are you doing? Where's this thing going? Oh, jeez. With the desperation walling here. I don't think he's gonna kill it. If Radu had a couple of fire siphons, or not Radu, Jellyfish. I think Jellyfish still got vortex. Yeah, good vortex over here. This will slow it down. The one problem with him building his Titan Gate up here is if he wants to throw over some more villagers, or citizens, shall we call, they have to come from all the way down here. So if he kills all these citizens, it's kind of just gonna put a, which he is, kind of gonna put a stall to the town, to the Titan Gate here for a while. Hard to build a Titan Gate without any citizens. I don't know where his citizens are actually. Does he even have? Here they are. Alright, so this town center did not die. We have this Titan kind of about to fall down. How long does this game go? I don't have all day. So now this damage has been done. He's now delayed this Titan Gate for like 3-4 minutes because we have redocked down here. Or redocked, retransported down here. And yep, get your towers up, or your walls up first. I'd like to see them upgraded a couple more times. But we also have over here kind of a counter landing, and I did miss this massive amount of boats shooting at everything. This is going to be a bit of a problem for DoD right here. This is a problem. If he can get, he is Balder, so if he can start throwing out a whole bunch of rams, that's going to be a bit of a problem, especially because Jellyfish only has 2 town centers, and Radu only has 2 town centers, and Heimdall only has 2 town centers, so they're at a pretty heavy town center disadvantage. This Titan Gate was so dumb. But Evil needs to make pop room. I don't know where all of his pop is actually. Appears to have. Oh, they're all up here. I see. Okay. Yeah, I don't see DoD being able to come back from this. Fast forward, I can't do that. I like watching it in slow-mo. This Titan Gate will never get built, which is maybe for the better anyway. Another problem is DoD's trade routes are so short as well. That's kind of a huge issue. And really, I don't see how they will ever get this town center back, because they're at such a huge pop advantage. They aren't going to be able to take over the water at all. This is a nice build here. It doesn't even look like AciD is noticed. Okay, here, yeah, they have noticed. But this even just this tiny little stuff, this does quite a bit of damage. The problem is, again, we have, since AciD has control of the sea, they can just move on down with their boats, and it's kind of the end of this. I don't know if Heimdall forgot he was Kronos or something, but Sure would be nice for him to just to shift some buildings down here. But whatever. I'm just watching. More I can't cast better. I'm already at maximum efficiency here. Oh, I don't see this ending well. And oh, they've resigned. Holy cow. Man. That was a bit of a surprise, to say the least. Man, I don't like to call out names here, but I feel like Radu could have played quite a bit better. Just a little slow to help out on the bottom, and then the underworld usage was, man, if you would have underworlded down here, that would have meant so much, because they had no army to defend. And that was at a time where this had kind of stabilized, so Heimdall could have come down and helped and just killed these 2 town centers, and then you guys would have had 2 more town centers at your disposal. But I think that alone, just instead of underworlding here, I think that alone would have given you guys the game. But man, like, if we go look at the post game, it's gonna be a little bit depressing from a DoD standpoint, I think. You look at how far up they were in score. I mean, they had a 4,000 team score advantage for quite a while. I mean, even to have this much of a score advantage so early. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikers. It was a pretty good reg, like 100, almost full build reg, it looks like. Let's look. 124, it was almost, or if not was, a full reg. But man, I didn't think AciD could do it. But they did. See, if we look at the military units by team, see, here is also another bit of a problem. You look at, well, this was all water, I guess, so it didn't really matter. But yeah, unit view, individual, military. Man. Anyway. Yeah, you got the full reg on you. I think there was also maybe a little bit of a lack of preparation. I mean, you had fortresses and stuff, but to probably throw down a few more walls and such would have been beneficial. Just to slow the reg down and protect your base. Like, the reg is going to kill your forward town center, regardless. And maybe this one too. But if you would have put like 3-4 layers of upgraded walls here and here and here, that'd just take a long time for them to push through. But whatever, it's getting to the end now. 41-minute game. Holy cow. Oh, we got somebody in the YouTubers. What do you mean no ending? Ended too soon? You want me to cast JSS versus UCA? Yeah, the towers, it was more of, I mean, they shouldn't have had full C. I mean, because at that point you guys were ahead in town centers. I think probably you guys were maybe a little, didn't take advantage of the water enough, because you guys had full pop advantage at that point when reg was cast. Probably could have gotten it. I see Moore's trying to whine for Oranos to get even stronger. I don't think you can really complain at how Uranos is right now, but I can't see there was somebody wanting UCA versus JSS. I can't stream that now. I will probably do it later. These guys are hating on you in the YouTube chat. Hating on Radu anyway. Radu is sucking big time. Holy cow, look at this. Man. Radu is getting hated on in the YouTube. And these YouTubers, they are just vicious. Well, you were fine. That they shouldn't have been able to kill all those town centers like they did. But anyway, we can't discuss it forever. But yeah, more we are working on a new patch, but I doubt you're gonna see boost to Uranos. I mean, Uranos is pretty strong, man. I don't know what game you play, if you play a different game than I do, but anyway, it is what? Okay, it's 7:40 in the morning. My family will be getting up pretty shortly, so I will probably, if you want to, tomorrow about the same time, probably a little earlier, I'll probably cast a few more of these RTSLeague games, kind of the same thing that I did now. Maybe try to get 2 series in. Maybe I'll start a little bit earlier. And I'll probably then cast JSS versus UCA. I doubt I'll do it later today. But probably not today, because I'll be busy for a while. I mean, I do have a family, man. So usually most of my games are played in the morning before they wake up, or in the afternoon when the little guy is sleeping. Where is Chicks? He's around. He plays, but he usually plays on Game Ranger if he does play, or he plays with friends. Like he doesn't play, he's still around. I don't really know if we're going to be changing too much for maps right now, Haggard. I don't think we're going to be really updating too much for the maps. And Rebel is going to be back in a few months. So I don't think we really need any updates on the maps currently. We might maybe update a few minor things, but I can do that anyway. Yep, family is very important. Deathstroke. So if you want to, here we can make a deal that tomorrow, being Tuesday, at we'll call it 11:30 GMT, if that means anything to you. That's about an hour before I started today. I can do JSS versus UCA, and probably, as time allows, do another series between maybe EOM against somebody or another. So you can try then, and I should be on tomorrow morning because that's pretty regular. So I'm gonna turn this off and move on to some other things. Okay, you can watch the stream later if you want. I guess we do have that capabilities in this modern day of technology. And I will call her a day. And yeah, we're looking at some map stuff a little bit that might be changed. The patch won't be out until next year. I think I'm kind of tentatively looking at a January 1st release, but as I've learned in the past, I'm always very optimistic on timetables, and it always takes much longer than what I think. So it probably won't be January 1st. But no, I won't delete it. I don't delete my streams. It'll stay on here on YouTube. YouTube Nation. I need to update my stream title though. Here, I need to look at this. I can probably actually change it when I'm doing the recorded game streams. You're talking about the restream window. The restream window I have embedded on the stream, but it's not embedded on my screen. So it shows up on the screen, but I don't actually see this little window. I can load up this window, which that looks really weird having it like that, which is different, but actually, because here's the, I think I might update it and get this into my stream, because then it would show up on my screen right in front of my face. So I might see if I can get this worked out and get this window in my stream. Well, you missed this yesterday and you missed this today, but I'm about to turn this off. So if you really want to watch the video, as soon as I log off, you'll be able to watch it on either YouTube, Twitch, or you can actually watch the actual live stream of it, which I assume was on the RTS League channel. But yeah, I can probably see if I can get this reformatted so I can get this in my on my window. Because yeah, now that I actually do have some, originally it took, I was doing this for about a month and I wasn't getting any YouTube people, and now I finally started getting some people in YouTube watching when I stream and talking. So before it didn't really matter, I couldn't see it because nobody was chatting, but now that I actually have chatters, I can try to see if I can get this actual window put in. So do I choose what ads I get on my stream? Oh no. I don't know anything about that. But anyway, I am, like I said 5 minutes ago, I'm gonna turn this off. But if anybody has any last questions before I head on out, you guys can ask away. Look at this, somebody's already thumbed up my my video and it's not even done yet. My ads seem different. What do you mean different? Like like what kind of ads are we talking about here? But all right, well, if the only question is about my ads, I don't see that as really too important. So anyway, that's it. Who do I think will win? I think probably you'll end up seeing JSS win. They got a pretty good team. EOM is pretty good if they get their best players playing, but as far as team games, they like Magic. He's good 1v1, but team games not quite as good. And JSS are more pure team players. DoD A is also pretty strong as well, but I think JSS will end up winning. I would say they're the pretty clear favorite to win. They got some good players, to be sure. And alrighty, well, even if you guys have other questions, I'm gonna quit. Keen, I don't think Keen will win. I mean, they got some good players too, but yeah, I don't think so. I don't got too much respect for Keen's consistency to play good games. I think they'll fall apart. They'll look good in the regular season and then fall apart in the playoffs. But anyway, let me get this turned off. Appreciate all you guys watched, chatted, and hope you guys had a great time, like a spectacular time. And I will. Why is this doubling in the stream now? Oh, it's because I have this open twice, don't I? That is why. Aha. Yep. All right. I'll see you guys later. Have a good day.